Hello, my friends. It's been a while. How you doing? Are you good? Are you well? Stephen here, back with another video. I'm sorry, I did take basically about a week off because I was away with my family. We needed a little bit of a break. I needed a bit of a break mentally as well. And I'm back today, chatting all things Manchester City. It's good to see you guys here. Ari Hill to McLeod to Scott, my man, Brian to Rishes, to Nico, to Mark, to Linus, to Mohammed. I hope you are well. Thank you for joining this live stream. Yeah, I was off for a basically week. It was mine and Nicholas' 10-year anniversary. 10 years. Yeah, we're getting old. So we went away just to Yorkshire for a few days, and we spent a bit of time near the coast. I went on the beach with Ruben and did all that kind of stuff and did some nice walks, saw a few castles and all that kind of stuff. Just classic kind of UK staycation kind of thing. But it was nice, a little bit of a break. And I tried to watch the Everton game. I watched half of it, but then my wife was on the beach. And I was like, I want to go and join her on the beach. And I felt like a bad husband leaving her because Ruben had woken up. So that was in Whitby at the time. I thought about doing a video then, but I hadn't watched the game properly. I've caught up the highlights, of course, for the second half. And I thought I'll just come back for this game, take a couple of days off, get things sorted. Anyway, hello, welcome back indeed. Thank you, Scott. And happy Valentine's Day for tomorrow for everyone as well, if you are celebrating it. Me and Nick don't bother anymore. We've reached that point of our relationship. Well, we're too tired. Tonight, City, of course, play FC København in the last 16 of the Champions League. We are at that stage already, which is going to be very, very, very interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how City get on tonight with a lineup which is really, really strong. It is. I'll jump over to the team right now. There we go. There's the team for you. It's a strong team. We're rolling back to the Champions League team, basically. You got Ederson, you got Walker, Stones, Diaz, Ake, Rodrigo, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Foden, Grealish, Haaland. This is very much a 2022-23 team without İlkay Gundogan. Instead, Phil Foden possibly in midfield there. It's a very, very, very strong side. I like it a lot. I really do. I think we've got a very good chance tonight of winning. I'm really pretty comfortable. With how this could go down. And I feel like right now, this City side is one that we could be seeing an awful lot of. This could be our strongest side. I know there's debates around left wing about Grealish and all that kind of stuff. But if Grealish finds his sort of best form, I think we'll be looking at this being 11 that goes forward quite an awful lot, This isn't going to be an absolute cakewalk tonight, by the way. Look, this City side should be able to, but, as people, Nico said in the chat, Bayern failed on that ground, United did. We have to take them seriously, and Guardiola is right to do it. Having said that, look, you've got to sort of trust this Manchester City side to get the job done tonight. They are too good. They are easily the best side, absolutely best side in this tie, and easily the favourites to win today, and you'd expect they will do. It's just you never know, do you? You never know. We will see. Let me just message a friend about the stream login. And let me message Caleb if he's watching. Could I borrow a login, mate, for tonight? No worries if not. So, where's everyone watching it tonight? I've just realised I haven't got a login for tonight. I've just asked Caleb, who always helps support me if you can do. Jack does have a lot to prove tonight, I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on, actually. Let's sort of build the lineup and see how it goes. Change the colour immediately. It always defaults to red. It drives me mad. Let's get those kits nice and blue. And let's go to 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1, something like that, I reckon. And we'll build this side right now, how it's going to be in the lineup and stuff. I suspect we'll see something of last season. Largely, it's going to be a sort of something that we're used to. These push up here a little bit, them there, sort of like that kind of shape, isn't it? Of course, it'll be Ederson, Ake back at left back, and Diaz, Stonesy. I think we'll see Stones in midfield. We'll see. But Kyle Walker there or Rodri. I think and hope it will be Phil Foden in the middle with De Bruyne there and Silva out wide. Then, of course, big Erling Haaland back to his best form, hopefully with those goals the other day. Something like that. And I reckon what we'll see is, I'm hoping we see Stones just go back into midfield like that. Walker on the count will stay a bit deep. And I'm hoping we just see this very basic lineup that we've seen an awful lot of. Because for me... I reckon this sort of shape is is our strongest Champions League shape right now. It's basically, you've got the control of Grealish and Ake is so sensible down that side, Walker and Silva that side. You got the ingenuity of these two in the centre. Like I like it. And 1 second. Sorry, I was just replying to someone. And I like that basically you've got the control with Rodri and Stones. You've got the genius of Foden and De Bruyne there. Bernardo and Grealish, obviously, absolutely the hardest working, but technically brilliant players, great at retention. Erling Haaland, just a brutal front. It's one of those things where it's such a good side. It's such a strong side. It doesn't have the electric brilliance of our full potential Man City, but it's such a solid side. On the bench, you've got Ortega, Scott Garson, Doku Alvarez, Akanji, Nunes, Bob, Wright, Suzaho, and Lewis if you want to mix up a tiny bit. When you go back to this bench here again, you see at the bottom there, look, if you want a little bit of creativity, you've got Oscar Bob there. You've got, of course, Alvarez. He's a brilliant striker. You can score from a set piece or whatever. Then you've got Doku to beat someone. Akanji and Nunes on the counter. It could be great. Akanji, of course, very versatile substitution. Then you've got, obviously, Rico Lewis, who get a lot of experience. Then you've got the two kids there, Jacob Wright and Suzaho. I don't think will get on, but, you know, they're happy out there. And I reckon, to be honest, when you see the City side, I don't think we're going to need much off the bench for this one. I mean, Alvarez, there's been a lot of talk with him recently about him not being... It's not him not being... You know, he'd been guaranteed a start in the City side. I never really felt that. I said to someone the other day on Twitter that I felt like what we're seeing is... Like, the reason Alvarez was starting an awful lot was because I felt like they were sort of... Guardiola was waiting to see De Bruyne and Haaland back to their best. And I reckon like now they're getting back to full fitness. It's one of those things where... Oh, I'm logged in finally, sorry. Right, I finally got my stream sorted. But now obviously that we've got De Bruyne and Haaland back to sort of full fitness in the best. I think Alvarez has sort of just dropped back to the bench, which didn't surprise me. I always suspected he would do that. I reckon, yeah, well, Nunes I never thought would make our best 11 for what it's worth. I never really thought Nunes would make our best 11. I've always felt like he was sort of a backup signing. Vardiol's got time. He will get time. And the Kovacic, I agree, right now, Kovacic isn't... Well, for that, Bernardo, Foden, De Bruyne, and Rodri, they're all better players, you know. And Foden right now has probably been our best player this season, so I'm fine with that. It's one of those things where the team that we put out is a really good side, and I still think it's the best side in the league. I've got a lot of confidence in Manchester City side right now in the way that they're playing. I think the forward is looking really good. I don't know much about Copenhagen. I'm just trying to get the stream up right now sorted for me. Have they shared their team? Do you remember when they used to share the opposition team, Man City? They don't do it anymore. They used to like retweet Copenhagen's kind of side of the team as well, but they don't do it. They stopped doing that. Let me get them up. Let me go to SofaScore. Where's Manchester City? There we go. Copenhagen. I'm not going to pretend to be Danish and pronounce it like that. The keeper's wearing a mask. There we go. So this is the lineup for them. I don't know much about them at all. We've got Kevin Dix at right back. Dennis Favreau. Kevin Dix. Scott McKenna. Who's he? He's got a very home nation's name. Played for Bristol City. Who's this guy? Played for Nottingham Forest. Don't know much about him. They've got Elias Jalur, Diego Gonçalves. I know much about him actually. To be fair, he's the Portuguese guy. He's a good player. Oh, they got El Yunusi as well. Okay, I know him as well. To be fair, I know Chori. Recognise his name. Magnus Mattsson, Rasmus Folk Jensen, and Victor Klassen. Where do I know El Yunusi from? Who did he play for? I can't remember. He played for. There we go. Southampton. That was it. He's a good player, of course. Achori as well. How do I know him? I don't know where I know him from, but I do know his name. Might just be from these guys. Actually, I think I just know him from these guys. I remember his name. Either way, it's not a side that we should really be fearing, is it? I mean that with the greatest of respect to, you know, Copenhagen. Like they are a good side, but they're not like. Where are they doing their table right now? They're currently third in the Danish Superliga, so they're not even like currently the best side there. You know, Midtjylland and Brøndby are ahead of them. It's early on in the season, of course, but come on. I suspect we've got enough here. I'm looking forward to this game. Looking forward to it. Marx is winning the rest. I'm really confident about this City side. I don't know. I think like there's a fear factor around us right now. And I do think we're going to get better and better and better. I understand some people are just inherently cynical and negative, but I'm not about this City side. I don't know how many we're going to win. We won't win a treble again, but I do think we're going to win at least a double. I just can see it. It's going to be another memorable season because I don't know. I think they just don't like losing this City side. I think Pep's built a side that's finally sort of got that winning mentality of his Barcelona side. I think it has that sort of brutal relentlessness feel to it. Some sides just feel relentless, and I think that's what we're seeing with this Manchester City one. They do feel like hard to stop. They do feel like they're going to win, and I think the City side had that down perfectly. I can't wait to see how it goes. Do you reckon Bernardo or Foden on the right? SofaScore reckons Foden on the right. I hope it's Foden in the middle. It could be. They could switch around. Wickham Man, member for 6 months, says, "Come on, you Blues." Indeed. Thank you so much, mate, for being a member that long. Even as Steve and City fans, nice 3-0 win, I reckon. Come on, you Blues. Mark reckons we won't lose a game this season. Mark, you're crazy, man. You're crazy, man. What's everyone's predictions, by the way? Why have Paramount got Grealish in midfield? What do they know? Paramount have got Grealish in midfield, which is interesting. Oh, tired today. How has everyone's day been, by the way? Yeah, Vardial is injured, by the way. Vardial and Kovacic. So yeah, it's fair. Nico's comment earlier about Vardial and Kovacic's not playing. I mean, they're just not available tonight. So, I mean, they might not be in our best 11, but you can't judge it based on them not being here. It does look like it looks good, this ground. So it looks like currently, I think Bernardo's central. Yeah, I think Bernardo's central, Phil's on the right. That's a bit of a shame for me. Oh, Caleb's a superstar. Everyone, round of applause for Caleb in the chat, by the way. He says he's giving me a stream. Oops, need to start my stream. 1 second. There we go. Caleb, you superstar, says, "Let's go Blues. Hope stream is working today. Hope Ruben and Nico are doing great as well. They're wonderful, mate. Ruben's asleep downstairs. Nico's great. We're fantastic, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. Massively appreciate Caleb. Legend, Caleb. Round of applause in the chat for Caleb for lending me the stream. It's working perfectly, mate. And thank you so much for lending me the stream as always. I'm about a minute behind, I reckon. I'm watching it on Paramount, so fingers crossed it keeps up. Fingers crossed it doesn't give me any goal notifications earlier. But thank you so much, Caleb, you superstar, man. Thank you. I reckon it could be comfortable as well. I'm gonna say comfortable 2 or 3-0, I reckon. It does look like it's going to be Foden on the right, doesn't it, as it currently stands? But I'm fine with that. I'd rather Phil be on the other side, but in the middle, but they'll switch around at some point, I reckon. I think he values the sort of control that Bernardo brings in the middle. But I don't mind Bernardo on that side, and I'll explain why in a second. Stones has gone to midfield already, by the way, which is interesting. So it's going to be something like this, isn't it? Something like this, basically, in terms of the shape. Silva here, Foden over there. See, I don't mind this when you've got this. You've got a lefty on the here, the right-footed here, lefty here, and right-footed there. So if Grealish drifts inside and Bernardo goes that way, Foden drifts inside and Bruyne goes that way. I quite like it when you've got the overlaps. It's a natural kind of passing channel. So to me, that is my preferred sort. If we're going to play these players out wide, it's my preferred shape, basically. It works where De Bruyne overlaps, yeah, Foden, and then I like it when Bernardo does go round here because Bernardo gets into these positions and does that very David Silva-esque cross. I like it. According to Graham who, mate? We'll be always watching Leverkusen. Yeah, I mean, Bayern, Musiala, Wirtz, Kimmich, any of them, pal. Absolutely any of them. Frimpong, who knows? There's so many players. Jack on the left here. Ake's cross. Oh, Kev. It's a good chance for Kev there. Kev's just headed it wide. Ake's picked out De Bruyne for the cross. How often do you see a Kevin De Bruyne header? Probably should have scored as well. Graham Bailey. Yeah, maybe, mate. I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to sign some big players this summer. It was a wonderful ball from Nathan Ake. Phil's drifted in. Kyle's gone out wide. Deep. So how's everyone's day been? Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Give the video a like as well while you're at it. It's massively appreciated. Give the video a like. Subscribe while you're here as well. Up the Blues. Nice from Grealish there. I want Jack to find his best form. I'm sure Guardiola's sort of trying to light a fire underneath him. He's got real competition now, you know? And like Jackie's never going to be a Doku on the wing. He's not. He's a very different player, but he has his own unique take on that role. Corner? Nope. Good start from City here. We've started pretty well. We're controlling the game. This looks dominant already, you know. Diaz stepping forward. It's funny how quickly our bench looks a little bit thin, isn't it? Very quickly. We've got some good players on the bench, of course, but a whole bunch of players is missing today. Who have we got missing today? Let's have a look. No. Who have we got missing today? No Gomez, no Kovacic, no. Oh! Oh, who's... Ake just missed a sitter. Another header. Diaz with a good header. Oh, Ake couldn't quite get it. He went behind Ake. Oh, it was behind Ake, wasn't it? Could have been one already. Looking dangerous from set pieces. It's a good save from their keeper, to be fair. From who was it? Camille Grabber. He's grabber in that ball really well. Sorry, not sorry. We feel like we should have probably scored, doesn't it? Really nice from Kyle Walker there. I'm not sure if that XG there goes down as Ake's shot. Like, you've got an XG of 1.03. Is that from the Ake shot? Because I don't feel like that was a shot. And it feels a bit harsh. The ball was behind him. Go on, Kev. Looking good here, by the way. Looking really good, genuinely. This is dominant. Oh. Jack did really well there. It's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Really nice football. I feel like this could be an early, if you get a goal anytime soon. Earliest goal here, honestly, we could run away with this game. Can you hear the siren going off? The De Bruyne siren. Oh, Kev just hit the wall. Oh, he's done really well, Kev, in a tussle. Oh, Elyounoussi did well. Good play, Elyounoussi. This so far has been very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. Yeah, Palmer's good. He's done really well. It's Nico. Everyone remembers my videos on the channel about Cole Palmer, and I was gutted when he left. I know he's a quality player. For what it's worth, I don't think it affects us. I think it has been reasonably inconsequential that he's left. I don't think City would do any better or any worse if he'd stayed or left or whatever. But I do think largely it's a shame. I think he should be at Man City still. I just think he should be. It's one of those things where he's got the quality, hasn't he, to be a Man City player, and he was an academy prospect. He wanted to be here. It's a shame. But I don't think it's going to affect us materially. It's just, it is what it is. You know? Look how well we're playing here, you know. Like, we've got Oscar Bob as well. Go on, Kev. Oh! There you go. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne, you beauty. Look at that. That man makes football look simple, doesn't he? He absolutely does. 1-0 Manchester City. KDB from about 15 yards out on the inside right channel into the bottom corner. A lovely control, precise finish into the bottom corner. Beautiful stuff from a man who's not missed a beat at all. Kevin De Bruyne. Beautiful ball from Diaz out wide to Phil Foden. Phil reverses it to KDB. Phil gets an assist. KDB slots it into the bottom corner. Look at that touch from Phil. Mahrez-esque. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This City side, just pretty quietly, we're looking good, lads. We're looking really good. That's a wonderfully precise. Look at that finish, man. That is so beautiful. Absolutely perfect. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Look at Phil there with a little smile as well. Oh, God. That was a very Champions League night Mahrez impression there, wasn't it? Unbelievable. This side looks so good. There we go. Just over 10 minutes gone. And already, we're looking good, lads. We're looking good. We've already racked up 1.2 on XG. We're winning 1-0. Oh, KDB's got his goal. Foden's got an assist. I'm done. I'm happy for the night now. Kevin De Bruyne, man. Kevin De Bruyne. Copenhagen must already be thinking, like, this tie feels like an uphill battle already. Because what I was saying before over here about wanting KDB to go out wide of Foden, you know, make the run inside, left foot to the right foot. Left foot to the right foot, or left foot to the right foot with Grealish and Bernardo. I like it. It's a natural balance. There's a natural balance to it. Especially when you've got Ake as well on this side, and you've got Bernardo on this side who can go wide with the left foot. It just works so nicely. Oh, lovely pass from Rodri to Ake. Oh, Kev just missed Haaland. Just missed Haaland. Oh, wonderful. Phil Foden has now scored or assisted 12 goals in his last 12 games in all competitions for Man City. Ridiculous. Phil's got 10 assists this season, by the way. Jack said your game seems to be about 7 seconds behind. Jack, that's because of YouTube, mate. YouTube is 7 seconds behind. So you're watching, yeah, just YouTube's delay, Jack. That'll be why, mate. YouTube isn't fully live. Like, when I talk now, you'll hear it 7 seconds later. That's why, Jack. So I'll be seeing it at a similar time to you, but you'll be reacting to it at a different time. So YouTube videos aren't fully live. They're sort of live, if that makes sense. This is looking good. I like it. This City side right now, honestly, I've got a really good feeling about them. Like, it's hard not to. It's hard not to be very excited by City right now. Like, they're just looking imperious. I don't see anyone closer to us either. I don't see anyone. Once we get our best with Stones and, you know, Haaland and De Bruyne playing at the level they could do, maybe Grealish back to his best, I just don't see anyone coming close. Go on, Jack. I mean, you're not going to get many better right-wing attacking threats than De Bruyne and Foden linking up, are you? And there's a reason. Joe just said in the chat that we always come to life in February. There's a reason. There's a reason we do, because Pep takes a little bit of time to work plays out, and his systems and ideas start to come together, and he sort of realizes who's the best 11 and who's the best players, and he puts it together. It's what Guardiola takes. He's cooking something, you know. He's not making fast food. The man is making a beautiful a la carte Michelin star meal. It takes time to prepare, and eventually it comes together. And when he does, it's just delightful. Arsenal can, I agree, Nico, but Arsenal I don't think have the brilliance up front that we've got. As good as they were the other day, I still don't think they've got a forward line as good as Foden, De Bruyne, Haaland, or anything like that. We've got genuine brilliance. Like, in a one-on-one, everyone at best, they can't live with De Bruyne. They can't live with him. They can't. They haven't got that level of quality up front. They can control the game brilliantly, but I think they'll struggle every now and then to break teams down. As people have been talking about a lot on Twitter recently, it's called like game-breaking brilliance, and that's what this City side have, and it's remarkable. Kyle looks back to his best form at the moment, doesn't he? Oh, the time is display. Oh, Jack, sorry, mate. That might be actually my fault. The time displaying. Okay. Oh, yeah, you know, you're right. It is. That's my fault. I missed it by a little bit. Jack's injured. That's hurt, isn't it? He's hurt. That looks like a pull, doesn't it, unfortunately? That's a big blow, you know. There's very little in it, but he's felt something there, hasn't he? He knows he's injured. Oh, Dan. Have you got your ticket still going, Dan? Shocking, mate. Oh, Scott said it was a tackle beforehand where he reached out and probably pulled his groin a bit. I didn't notice that. Maybe you're right, Scott. That's a big shame, though. And yeah, he is. William, I think KDB is the greatest ever Man City player. I think it's as simple as that, pal. It's phenomenal. It's hard not to be ridiculously impressed with KDB. He looks like he's off there, doesn't he, Jack? I would go for Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob's the closest. The closest we've got, maybe, to that. Is he coming back on, Jack? He doesn't look sure if he wants to come off, but I think he might have to accept that. Jack Grealish has got that look of a man who wants to play football because he wants to get back in the team, but also knows he might be injured and probably shouldn't take the risk, but wants to take the risk. You know what I mean? He looks torn mentally, hopefully not physically. He's back on. Okay. Well, he's back on the pitch, Jack. We'll see how it goes. Docky's warming up. Sorry. Itchy nose there. Not picking it, I promise you. Just itching it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. He doesn't look happy at all, Jack. I don't think he's quite kept a moment. Like, I don't think he's refusing to come off, is he? Is he refusing to come off? No, Jack wouldn't do that, surely. Nah, he looks gutted in the face, Jack. That's a shame. It's a real shame, actually. I do think what people are onto something about. I mean, I love Jack. I love Doku. I think he's great. I think the narrative around Doku for the past few weeks has been weird. Yeah, I think the narrative around Doku's been a little bit strange recently about this. He's a 21-year-old lad who's had a great start, slowed down a little bit. He's a winger. Form goes like that. I think the truth is always somewhere in the middle. Is he an insane player? Probably not incredible, like truly incredible. Is he terrible? No, he's not terrible. He's a really good young winger who's got a lot of ability, who is playing in the hardest league in the world for the best team in the world. And Jack will be the first to admit it takes a long time to adapt to it. Oh, he looks gutted, Jack. He looks that's the face of a man who feels he looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks. Commentator talking about how high De Bruyne is playing there. I don't think he realizes that. I don't think De Bruyne is not playing really far forward. We just sort of we press in a 4-4-2, don't we? Like this is how we press. We press like that basically. So I don't think De Bruyne is playing up there alongside Haaland. It's just that's how we press. Like, I'll put Doku over here. We don't know. It could be like a little hamstring pull that keeps him out for a couple of weeks. It could be something more serious. We don't know. Either way, pulled hamstring can be hurt, but he could be alright in about after a few games. Oh, that at the post then. Oh, Phil, decent effort. Cutting in into the keeper's hands. Nice ball from Doku to Bernardo. Oh, God, he nearly an own goal. That defender headed against crossbar. Asika Roy Bright there asking the question that no one else is asking. Where's Sergio Gomez? I guess he's injury, mate. I don't know. But he's not available either, so it's him, Kovacic, and Vardy all out. Oh my God, the commentator trying to make something in there. Well, the commentator trying to make something there about Rodri is nonsense, mate. Kev looks good, doesn't he? His fitness. Saw people online talking about how he looks dead quick at the moment. Kev's always been quicker than people realise. Yeah, KDB. Oh, Foden's down now. What the? No, don't do that, no. What's so funny about that, Nico? Foden holding his knee is not good. Oh, it looks like an... Do not need Phil off, man. I don't like this. I'm hoping it's just an impact injury for Foden. Sometimes you know that the bone there on your edge of your knee, the side of your knee there, like that one there. Got camera this way. Like the bit there, the sort of edge of the joint. When you bang that there, sometimes you can really hurt, can't it? The bone there, your kneecap. I'm hoping it's just banging that because it can be like really painful. I'm hoping it's just impact. He looks okay actually. Just looks sore. He hasn't got the same look on his face that Grealish had. Looks like he's just sort of knocked it and he's a bit ungood. Where Grealish had the look of like, oh God, I've actually really hurt myself here. Phil looks just a little bit like, Go on, Jeremy. Keep it simple, Jeremy. He's definitely lost a little bit. Weirdly, he's lost a bit of composure recently, Doku. Not weirdly. Yeah, I guess it's weird that he had more composure at the start of his City career. Well, 6 years at the start of his City career. His first few games than he has recently. Doubting himself a little bit. Doku's got a look of a man to me who's... I can only compare it to when you learn to drive, and once you feel like you can do something, then you start to learn new things, and then you overcomplicate it a little bit, and you sort of forget your basics. Doku looks like a man who's been taught new stuff at the moment, but is sort of overthinking. I've seen it a billion times with City players. And then the Grealish did it. Ake did it. Loads of City players do it. Mahrez did it when he joined. He's like holding on to the ball a little bit longer than he did when he first joined. And to me, that's new information, making him try and remember what he's meant to do. And when you try and remember what you're meant to do, you dawdle a little bit. It's not second nature. It doesn't look like he's playing as instinctively. But that will come with time. It's just time. Yeah, the ambulance noise is annoying me as well. It's really annoying, isn't it? Oh! Doku with a back post cross. Haaland nearly with an absolute wonder strike. Bicycle kick from Haaland. So close. Oh! Go on, Doku. Oh! How have we not scored here? This is chaos. We had about 4 chances there. I'm not really sure what happened. Shots with Doku, Bernardo, Haaland, everyone. Bernardo with the chip. That was a hell of a bunch of shots there, wasn't it? So, I mean, that Haaland chance, by the way. Look how high he is in the air there, Haaland. He took off. He's about 10 foot in the air, isn't he? Sammy, Grealish is the talking point. He's gone off, unfortunately. De Bruyne scored. We've been really good. We've totally controlled the game, to be honest, mate. It's been absolute domination. This team looks strong. We've got proper end game feel to this team. With Grealish, we had a really nice little start to the game as well. Doku's come on. But overall, it's been good. We've been very in control. Stowe's back into midfield again, as usual. It's very Manchester City of last season. This is God, that siren's driving me mad. The 2008 Champions League final. Why would I be talking about that, Mohammed? Go on, Phil. Oh, Grealish will be fine, Nico, and we'll get by. Oh God, Ederson with a rare mistake there. Oh, they've scored, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, City. Ederson with an absolute howler. What is that from City? An absolute disaster. Fucking hell, man. So Ederson here. A shocker of a pass. Diaz blocked it. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's an insane finish from 20 odd yards out. It's a brilliant finish from Maatsen. I mean, that is like, it's one of those things where it's Ederson's had a shocker, but it's still an incredible finish. That is their first shot, by the way, of course. Come on, man. I'm not worried. You know, we'll be fine. But we are incapable of not making stupid mistakes. It's a really good finish. Like, the guy he's not tapping, he's miles out. A bit more direct, go for it, get a second goal, crush them. Why do teams tend to score wonder goals against us? It's a Rodriguez finish, that, by the way. Passed it into the net. Diaz did really well to block the shot, you know, the ensuing shot. Hello to my fellow Stephen. How you doing, mate? You good? That siren going off. Played Doku. It's people like digging at Ederson a little bit too much, I would say. Go on, Phil. I mean, I'm not that bothered by that goal. The goal doesn't bother me too much. It was a mistake. But it's one of those things where, like, you know, every now and then we will make a bad pass out from the back. It's sort of how we play. It's how we play. Ederson is, you know, like Rodri misplaces passes, you know. De Bruyne does. Everyone does. Nico, you always think we're losing, mate. Nico, you're the most negative person in the world. I don't think you've ever predicted a win. I have very little weight in what you say, with all due respect. I think you predicted us to win nothing last season. We won a treble. Definitely lost our composure a little bit here. I do have a general theory about why teams score screamers against us. It's because of playing against Man City. Like, I think people are more focused and they're at their very best they'll ever will be. They just are players against Man City. It's their final. The confidence, some of them just thrive off the confidence of playing against a team like City. And you see work. Maybe also they take a chance because they know they're not going to get many chances in the game. So they take a shot that they wouldn't usually do. And when they're playing with that conviction and almost a desperation, I think special things can happen. I think this is why City concede a lot of screamers. It's just such a weird, like, Ederson could not save that. Like, you could ask about Ederson saving it, but no keeper's saving that from that position. I know he made a mistake to cause it, but the actual shot itself, just a brilliant shot. Never seen him save anything, Jamie Todd, mate. Did you watch the Champions League final, pal? He was absolutely brilliant. Like, literally. Nah, no keeper gets to that. I'm sorry. It was exactly where he should have been. I think people have been incredibly harsh here. Just because you're angry. I'm not saying he's a world-class shot stopper, Ederson, but he's not terrible at shot stopping. You had to quote that stat. You had to show me the proof of that stat, Nico. Teams only get big chances against us in general. And as Kay West said, usually when we concede, we're outnumbered at the back because we've made a mistake. We don't concede a lot of shots, just high quality ones, because we mess up. Like tap-ins from a few yards or whatever. Or mistakes from that lead to a very clear one-on-one. Like here, right now, in behind. You had a great season last season, Ederson. You don't need a narrative every time he makes a mistake or every time we concede a goal. It's just unnecessary. I think the Ederson stuff is annoying me. Here's your proof. Where's your proof? No, I'm not. I'm not. The Ederson, I think people are massive overreaction to Ederson. As always, I think they are. Go on, Blues. The football needs to be better. Slow down a little bit. Oh, Kev with a shot. Blocked. Go on, Kev. But we just need to sort of get control back because we're not playing that well this second. Just get our foot back on the ball. Make some passes. Keep it simple. Tie them again because at the moment we're giving it a little bit too much respect. Oh! And there you go. Absolutely out of nowhere, Bernardo Silva has just put us 2-1 up. Bernardo! What happened then? That came out of nowhere. Bernardo Silva. Delightful finish, by the way. He's dinked it over the keeper. Bernardo in the Champions League, the guy. Absolutely, but that guy, isn't he? So what's happened here? Diaz out wide to Kev. He's got lucky, to be honest. Is that... Kev's got to get the assist. Look at that finish, by the way. Kev's getting an assist for that. Kev's got an assist for that. Bernardo 2-1. Lovely finish. Absolutely lovely. I realised I hadn't updated the thumbnail. Sorry, guys. It still says 1-1. But either way, 2-1. De Bruyne found somehow. Bernardo Silva. He's got another assist. He's got an assist and a goal, KDB. And we're back ahead. And we can all relax again. Lovely finish. I'm very happy about that. I needed that goal. I think it gets so negative. It gets like the mood gets so negative if we concede a goal. Like we get the Spanish Inquisition if we concede. It's like this player actually isn't maybe that good, and this player is fraud. And it's like just we make mistakes. Teams make mistakes. It doesn't matter. Chill out. The mood gets too negative. Like people are far too demanding, and like we've just gone 2-1 up, and that's all that matters. As Jack said, they done good. Jack, thank you so much for Super Chat, Jack. Super Chat, Jack. Thank you so much, Jack. They done good indeed, mate. They done good indeed. You make a little bit of fortune there. I like Pep's coat as well, Carlos, by the way. I've always wanted to wear it. It looks very cozy, doesn't it? You make your own look sometimes, you know. A little bit fortuitous. KDB winning the challenge. Very happy about that. There we go. There we go. Up the Blues. Up the jammy. 2-1 winning Blues. I'm very happy. That siren is one of the most annoying things in the world. I think it's half time. Are we at half time? We are at half time. There we go. I'm very happy about that. I thought that was a decent half football. It wasn't a great half football. It was going well. Oh, I'm not actually a fan of that coat, mate. I thought it was the big one he was wearing. Sorry. I'll disagree with you on that quote. But, you know, Pep wears it. It's good enough for me. Half-time, 2-1 Manchester City. Let me quickly share it on via Twitter. If you do me a favour and give... Oh, I've got the Spurs City one. That's from ages ago. Let me do the tweet. 1-2, Man City. There we go. If you can share this with me, that'd be massively appreciated. Let me know. Let me know what you make of the game so far. You know, I am pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. Look, I think largely we're doing really well. I think the change for us was absolutely when Grealish came off. I mean, there's the stats, by the way. The stats pretty much speak for themselves. It's been an incredibly dominant performance. 76% possession, an XG of 2.06. So we've got the expected goals that you would expect us to have. 12 shots to there, 4 on target. We've been good. We were really good, actually, for the first 20-odd minutes until, unfortunately, Jack Grealish had to go off the pitch. I don't think it necessarily meant Doku did anything wrong, but I think it's more that the system was just sort of working and we were in control. And I think that injury just sort of shook our system a tiny bit. I'm not blaming Doku for that. I think it was just working and our rhythm was sort of interrupted a tiny bit. And I felt bad for Jack. Absolutely agree with Cody. I feel so bad for him. And I think at that point, we sort of just were trying to find the momentum a little bit. Then, of course, the mistake happened. They scored a goal, which was reasonably jammy, if we're being honest. Does he get the assist, by the way? He does get the assist, Kevin De Bruyne. Lovely stuff. It was a reasonably jammy goal. It absolutely was. But it happens every now and then. The mistake from Ederson is a really poor pass. I'm never going to get too harsh on like conceding goals. I think there's a tendency of fans to just sort of get too far ahead of themselves or look for a scapegoat or sort of launch a Spanish Inquisition every single time we concede a goal. Like, every player becomes overrated or overrated depending on the mistake they make or the goal they score. It's just unnecessary. I think that the truth is somewhere in the middle, and always we're not currently making doing a very good job of keeping clean sheets, but Ederson misplacing a pass, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It happens once in a blue moon, you know. He's still a big part of the reason why we've won what we have won. Our system wouldn't work without Ederson, and it's sort of it's a risk worth having with Ederson, you know. The goal itself was a wonderful finish from that guy. It really was. As simple as that. It was a good finish from 20-odd yards out. Teams score screamers against us because they have to. It's necessity is the mother of innovation, as they say. You know, that's how it is. Dashmess saying I've not been around much lately. Sorry, last week I took a time off, mate, because it was me and my wife's anniversary, so we spent a little bit of time away with the family. So that's why, mate. So City anyway right now. I thought the football was really good at the start. KDB, of course, scoring a beautiful goal. I mean, I got flashbacks to Mahrez being back at Manchester City with Phil Foden's first touch in the reverse pass. Phil Foden controlling it beautifully, drove inwards and played a lovely reverse through ball to Kevin De Bruyne. That finish as crisp as you like. In off the post, beautiful finish from Kevin De Bruyne. And things look really good then, man. It looks comfortable. Thank you, by the way, everyone. It was 10 years anniversary of me and Nicola. It was lovely stuff. We went over to Yorkshire way near the coast. It was very nice. We had a beautiful family time, as you can see over here. That's the time we had away with the family. It was wonderful. Look at there's the beautiful family there. Look at me and Nicola looking beautiful with Ruben asleep on Nicola there. That's why I was away for a few days, you know. It was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. Then we went up, and went up to Whitby Abbey there. There's Ruben walking around. That's where I was for a few days. But I'm not going to, once again, kick off too much about us conceding. I thought the football was good. KDB's goal was beautiful stuff. I do feel like we took a little bit of time to sort of find our composure again. I'm not sure we fully found it, actually, after we conceded. We're keeping the ball nicely, but we weren't playing with the same crispness of the first 20 minutes. The second goal was reasonably jammy. You know, Kev sort of tackled and won the ball. It fell to Bernardo. You can't deny the finish, though. The finish itself was absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful finish. Bernardo dinked it over the keeper. That Phil Foden celebration, by the way. That with Kev. An assist for Phil Foden again tonight. Lovely stuff. Oh, it's a terrible pass from Ederson. I'm just seeing it again. Diaz did well to block it. It's a beautiful finish. I agree with Aspie, by the way, in the chat. There's not keeping the world more suited to our style of play. You have to laugh off the odd mistake. There's no point beating yourself up over it. It was a mistake. Ederson will beat himself up for it. And if Ederson really gets bad, guess what? We've got Ortega. But for now, it's fine. Oh, nice, Brooksy. Good stuff, man. It's a lovely finish from Bernardo Silva, by the way. Really nice finish. The way he dinked it past the keeper there. Look, we've got a bit of fortune with KDB sort of fudging the assist, but you take it, don't you? You take the assist, absolutely. I'm happy. The first 20-odd minutes, great. We do have to stop giving teams goals. I think that will come. I think it will come. I think naturally, what we'll see happen is... What I think we'll see happen is sort of like it'll slow down a tiny bit. I think we'll see towards the end of the season. I think City will sort of slow down the mistakes. I think we'll get more focus as the big games come round, and I reckon we'll see City sort of just lock the doors a little bit more, relying on the mistakes. Guardiola will start playing the plays that deserve to be there more. You know, like the ones that aren't making mistakes. Look, you know. It happens, and as Dashmesh pointed out, Alisson had a howler against Arsenal, and I think Alisson's probably the best keeper in the world. It's fine. Right now, in February, I'm not going to have a breakdown, you know? Rather have it now than in the final. I agree with Jake there. And we can't buy clean sheets at the moment. Well, that's not necessarily true. We've literally had some recently, haven't we? Look at our results there. We literally just got a clean sheet against Everton, you know? Spurs in the FA Cup there. Of course, Brentford, Burnley as well. Huddersfield there. Okay, we've not had many. Sheffield United. We've had a few recently. We do concede a lot of goals, but yeah, it's very easy to forget. Everton away, Everton at home. Sorry, literally they had lost in the last game. So let's get a bit of perspective there. It's not ideal, but it's not as bad as it's always worse in our head than we think it is. Like things are always played up more. And Alisson isn't the most overrated player in the world, actually, Nerland. I actually had a goalkeeper analyst on my channel when Ortega signed. Some of you may remember that video. And I was actually surprised how good Alisson was. And he's gotten a sort of expected saves model, sort of like expected goals. And it sort of shows how much Alisson overperforms. Alisson is... Alisson sort of has an insane record of saving shots that others simply don't. So I can't pretend. And look, he's made some mistakes recently. His form might not be great, but Alisson isn't overrated. He's a brilliant keeper. And the stats don't lie on that front. He's ridiculous. I think a few years back he was their best player, actually. Not Van Dijk or Salah. I think it was Alisson. Anyway. This is the first of two games, of course. We're currently 2-1 up. I thought the first 20 minutes we saw what could have been our best lineup, actually. I think it could have been our best lineup with Grealish there. Haaland, Foden, Bernardo, De Bruyne, Rodri. It looked strong. Ake at left back looking really good going forward. I'll talk about all the individuals, actually, you know. There's the lineup here. Ederson, of course, with his mistake. But I thought Ruben Diaz and Kyle and Stones and Ake, I thought they looked really solid defensively. We weren't really giving away much. Bernardo Silva got a goal. Rodri was fine, dictating as usual. Kev with a goal and assist already, doing Kev things. Phil's got his assist. He's looked lively, Phil, actually. Jack was playing really nicely until he came off. Erling's had like one chance, really. He's had like a bicycle kick from Doku, which would have been some goal. I mean, Doku's actually looked pretty good since he came on. I'm not worried about him at all. I think he's a really good player. Really smart footballer. He just looks a little bit hesitant right now. I don't think we've got anything to worry about Doku. I think he's a young player. He's just learning the system a little bit, and I feel like right now he's trying to take on a lot of information. He looks a little bit hesitant. The Grealish injury, I was worried about it because it looked. You can always tell by the reaction of the player. Like when Foden got a little injury, he didn't look serious. He looked more in pain than worried. It looked impact, but it just hurt and it was sore. Grealish looked uncomfortable, and uncomfortable is often the worst one because uncomfortable means something's not quite right. A bang, like, when you bang your elbow, you're like, you're not bothered. It hurts. You're uncomfortable. But if you twist it and it feels like you can't move it, that's when it's uncomfortable, and that's when it's worrying. And that's where Grealish looked concerned, and I'm a bit nervous about that. I don't want to see Jack Grealish be out for a long time because I think the football was showing really promising signs. I think it was of looking controlled, and I think it was looking good, looking really good. Fingers crossed it's nothing too serious. But either way, I'm looking around the Champions League right now. You know, Real Madrid are playing right now, by the way, as well. Let's have a look at how they're getting on. Leipzig and Real Madrid. Let's have a look at the stats. Not much between the two sides, actually. Not much at all. I think Leipzig had a goal disallowed, I think, potentially. I mean, there's a few players missing there for Real Madrid, isn't it? No Bellingham. Who else have they got missing? They've got a couple of players, haven't they? Yeah, quite a few players, actually. They've got Rudiger, Militao, Bellingham, Courtois, Alaba, Nacho Fernandez. Okay, there's some players. Well, there's literally 5 starters there, potentially. They've still got some decent players, of course. No, Fernandez isn't out, of course. Alaba, Courtois, Militao, Rudiger, Bellingham. I think all of them start, don't they? I've never even heard of... sounds mental, but I've never heard of Real Madrid's current keeper. I don't know anything about Lunin. Never heard of him before, genuinely. I'm not trying to be controversial there. I've never heard of him. That's so weird to never heard of the guy currently in goal for Real Madrid. I can't be the only one, be honest. Yeah, they're missing a few players there. They need to score here to have a chance to go through. They win this game, you never know. I don't really play FIFA Circus Dog, so if I played FIFA, I would know, but I don't. I've not played FIFA for years. You'd think, given how little time, I'd play FIFA more often, but I don't. I just play. I'd rather story games. I'd rather something meatier, when I've got time to play games. By the way, I fancy our chances this season in the Champions League. I really do. You look at the matches coming up as well. Tomorrow we've got PSG, Sociedad, Lazio, Bayern. The week after that, Inter, Atletico, PSV, Dortmund, Napoli, Barcelona, Porto, Arsenal. I fancy us, I think fancy us again. We've got a good chance, good chance here. I don't want to see any changes in the second half. Keep up that momentum. Keep playing well. Get a third goal. Take them back to the Etihad with a 2-3 goal advantage and we'll be absolutely fine. I'm not worried about it at all. Things look pretty good, pretty decent right now. Did we see our strongest team today, by the way? Did we see it today at the start of this game with Grealish on the left? I think Grealish will be back in the side. I think he will be. I think he'll be back in the side come the end of the season. Oh, yeah. I mean, Tuchel, he's not playing well at all, is he? Thomas Tuchel at Bayern. Good. I hate him. Thomas Tuchel, I hate him. Absolutely hate him. So, I'm happy he's struggling. Can't stand him. I am definitely bitter about the Champions League final still. I'll tell you what, American adverts are weird. I've got some vein advert on TV right now. It's just showing close-ups of people's bad veins. It's horrible. Cheers, USA Vein Clinics. I mean, it's nothing happened absolutely but weird about it. But has anyone else got that advert on me? It's on Paramount. It's we don't get that stuff on our adverts. Yeah, Rudiger and Tuchel. Nah, hate him. Absolutely hate him. They can get in the bin. But I think this is our potential strongest team today, yeah. I wish people could stay fit, by the way. I was so worried when Foden went down injured. Any changes, by the way? Would anyone make any changes? I do want to see City get a few more. A couple more and I'd be comfortable. I think we've sort of all kind of probably found the level of Doku right now. I think Doku's a really exciting player, but I think Grealish, in the big games, in the Champions League, I think he is the one, isn't he? He has to be the one. He's got that quality, that control, that experience. I can't really see any scenario where he's not starting, It's right towards the end of the season. Have I played Sea of Stars? I haven't, mate. I've heard of it, though. It's like an RPG, isn't it? I've not, man. I've not. I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, actually. Has anyone played the demo of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? And if so, does it kind of carry over into the main game? Because if so, I might get the demo and start it. Because I'm a Final Fantasy VII nerd, massively. Dashmesh reckons Kevin will go off around 60th minute. Maybe Bob and Alvarez. I think Alvarez is a good bet. Guardiola loves a bit of Alvarez, doesn't he? Oh, I'm tired today, guys. Yeah, no one talks about Grealish's price tag anymore. Look, I know he's been out of the team a little bit recently, but I do think Grealish is, I think it's sort of crucial to this City side and the shape and how it works. The balance is really natural. He's on the pitch. He was actually playing quite well as well. The players coming back out now. Go, what's your second half predictions? Give me your wild second half predictions. What's going to happen? Who's going to score? What's the final score? Who's the next goal? Let me know. Pep's back out. Looking like an assassin. Like a Templar. He joined the Templars, whatever they call it, from Assassin's Creed, Pep. I like that Copenhagen stadium, by the way. It's old school, isn't it? I like it. Haaland and Alvarez to score seems like a good prediction, actually. I like it. Haaland and Foden, says Ben. Probably not, Jake. I don't think Nunes is that kind of player. Right. Second half's about to be underway. Go on, you Blues. We're underway. There we go. I'd say more of the same, really, City, to be honest. Get a third. Sort of kill the momentum. Kill the tie, really. It won't kill the tie, but it'll definitely sort of demoralise them. That 2-goal gap back to the Etihad. It's too much. That alarm is still going off. Louis, I'm good, mate. Thank you so much. Sorry that I took a break off. I just needed it. I needed a break. I took my camera with me to the Airbnb that we were staying at with every intention of doing a video. Then I was like, nah. I just wanted to be present with Nicola and Ruben. I wanted to be a good dad and a good husband, you know? I was also just too tired. I was too tired. Anyway, come on, Blues. I'm great, Louis. Thank you very much. Very tired. Very, very tired. Do you ever go away on holiday and it makes you more tired than when you left? The thing is, when you go away on holiday when we've got a little baby, it's a lot of admin. It's a lot of like taking bags and stuff and planning naps and not sleeping very well because the baby's unsettled because you're in a travel cart and it's like, oof, he doesn't sleep well anyway, to be fair. He was definitely overtired by the time we got back. So I'm more tired than when we went away, but happier. So that's what matters, you know? Had a lovely time. Go Bernardo. I do often do the odd video when I'm away, Brooks. I don't mind because like what I do, making quick videos, I find it quite fun. Like sitting in a nice Airbnb and doing a video. I quite enjoy it, putting my camera on for 10 minutes, having a chat. The blue card, Beppy. I hate the blue card idea with a passion. I feel violent thinking about that. I honestly hate it. I think stop messing around with football. I hate the idea. I despise the idea of a blue card. Like I could not think of anything I'd want less in football. I hate it. Like I think it's the most nonsensical idea I've heard in ages. Stop messing with football. It's fine. Don't give referees more rules. They already do a terrible enough job it is. If anything, we need to lay down the rules. I think we need to reduce them. I hate it. I hate it. Shite, terrible. Throw it in the bin. Never mention it again. Burn the idea. Erase it from my brain. Like just stop adding more things to get. The blue card stuff is just an attempt to sort of fix the mistakes that are already happening from the referees. Just stop it. Stop it. Absolutely stop it. Just get the rules right, man. Twins. Louis. I don't begrudge you. The only thing about twins, I always said to Nicola, if we had twins, it would have been like, right, we're done. No more kids. We've done it all now. You know what I mean? Done it. Quarter for Copenhagen. I think VAR is just an example of what I was on about. Like, the more time referees get to think about things, the more their fastidious, nerdy, like black and white view of the world comes into it. Like, they get to, I mean this in the best possible way. Like, a lot of referees are basically the equivalents of like prefects at school or hall monitors, as you call them in the US. Sort of like teachers' pets who are just sort of inflexible grasses, basically. They're just professional grasses, and people like that are necessary. I don't hate referees, but they shouldn't be the ones to control the game to that extent. And I think the more you give referees control, the more the game becomes more tedious, because decision making and officiating is fundamentally an unexciting, tedious thing in life. Like, rules are rigid and refs aren't fun. That's just genuinely who it is. Don't draw attention to them more. It's the referee show these days, football. Good football here, by the way. Doku doing really well. I just don't. I want less ref chat, not more. Refs are annoying, and they should be annoying. That's the point of them, to be annoying. But you want to see little of them. And that's the point. Cynical fouls are a yellow card. Do it again, you're off. That's it. You don't need a card for cynical fouls. It's called a yellow card. Or send them off if they're really bad. Not to any level, Yusuf. Absolutely. It's just constant innovation. There's been more rule changes over the past 5 years than there was probably in the previous 20 years of watching football. They nearly threw a goal there because Walker slipped. So Bernardo and Foden have switched, does it? I think they have Brian by the looks of it, mate. Bernardo's on the right now. Foden's more central. You got your wish, Brian. Kev's currently left centre as well. It looks like they've all switched around a little bit. So you can tell what they've done here. Oh, they've already moved back. I mean, it's probably temporary. Yeah, they have, yeah. Yeah, the back pass rule is great. And I like goal line technology, obviously, because it just works. It works. It's brilliant. It's binary. It's in or out. It's so simple. I don't even mind yellow cards for dissent or emotion. It's just consistency, isn't it? If you do this, get a yellow card. Done. Ooh. Go on, Rodri. Ooh. Some decent spells here. Come on, you Blues. Bernardo going forward. Do you know what I need? I need City to reach the final. I need to win it again, and KDB to be the main man. Because I think there's been so many unfair questions about KDB because he's been injured in both finals. I want KDB just to be there and have that moment, you know? Oh, speaking of the man, nearly scored a worldie. Good effort from KDB. I agree, Das Mesh, by the way. I agree. I don't think frustration should be yellow card. It should just be abuse. You know? Abuse. Always should be. Even running to the ref, I don't think it's a problem. Like, going to the ref, people run to the ref, it's fine. The refs, they're in control, you know? It's they're the ones people go to. It should always be abuse. If they say something abusive, book them. Brahim, my boy, scoring from Madrid. I love Brahim. They're just healthy, aren't they? The Scandies. I've been to. Everyone's just tall in Scandinavia. They're just tall. They're healthy. Maybe it's to keep them like the taller they are, the further away they are from the snow. I don't know. I remember going to a gig in the Netherlands, and everyone was just so bloody tall. I felt tiny. Kev gliding past people there, won a free kick. I love Brahim Diaz, by the way. I really do. I know he's scored for I need for Real Madrid. I need to see the goal. I've always had a soft spot for him. Oh, what a goal Brahim Diaz has scored, by the way. It's ridiculous. Brahim is absolutely balling at the moment for Real Madrid. Hello. Thank you. You okay? Go to bed. Nicola just dropped me a run, by the way. Bless her. Oh, it's a good run. Viking blood. Well, there we go. It's probably that, isn't it? I'm so buzzing for Brahim. I remember watching him the first time when he was literally like 14, 15 years old playing for City's for youth team in a friendly in Rill in Wales. Genuinely, me and Nicola were there, and he was ridiculous. Such a talented young player. He's got so much ability. I still think Circus Dog Ronnie Lopez should have made it. I think Pellegrini handled it terribly. I think he had those couple of games where he was excellent. Then he sort of put him on the bench again. Not even on the bench. He just put him back in the EDS. He absolutely should have stayed with the first team. He's such a talented young player. I think his career could have gone that way, but it's sort of flatlined. So many footballers, it's just a sliding doors moment where if you get the chance, you make it. You don't. What a ball to Doku. Oh, nearly. Ari Hill wanting Bob. I'd be up for a bit of Bob. Oscar, Bob. I don't know. City finals. I don't think we need to think about replacing Ederson. I think there's no point because whoever Edison's replacement is going to be 5 years from now. That long. I have no idea. Stone's offside there, surely. Yeah, he was. So funny. Okay. Yeah, and with Dash Messi, it would be hilarious if he doesn't score. Yeah, if he doesn't win some, Harry Kane. Lovely touch from Foden. Foden's pass a little bit short there for KDB, but that touch and flick from Foden to De Bruyne, then back to Haaland, it was so nice. Who doesn't love Ake, Jack? Always on the counter, aren't they? Always. Brilliant header from Ake. Ake's great. Ake is a great example of everyone to be patient. Do you remember so many people said he wasn't Man City level after his first season? I love him. Nathan Ake, baby. Nathan Ake, whoa. Great header. Great defending. Five times as many passes for City. Ridiculous. Treble winner Nathan Ake, Beppe. Sounds nice, that doesn't it, mate? Treble winner Nathan Ake. Ake, I love it when people like Nathan Ake succeed in life. Because they're obviously... I've met Nathan Ake, and he was wonderfully nice. Like, such a nice guy. So polite. So charming, so good. He was with some overseas fans. I took some overseas fans to a City game as some work with City. And we met Ake and Rodri and Bernardo, and they're all great. But Ake was particularly sweet, just such a nice guy, so friendly and so charming. But I like it because he's such a humble player, and he's clearly a man who's got as far as he can by one being very talented, obviously, but being exceptionally smart and hardworking, and just sort of maximising his potential. Like there's a dedication to his craft, and given he's such a nice guy as well, I just love it when people like Ake succeed. Because they're the people, like, if you football like Ake, you'd be buzzing to be Ake, wouldn't you? Because he's such a likable person. Like, if Ake stays around, by the way, he's the exact kind of person I can imagine being in the leadership group in a couple of years' time. Those the 5 players that they choose. Ake will be there. Because he's captained teams before, hasn't he? That wouldn't be funny, Marcus, mate. That would not be funny at all, pal. Well, I do agree, Marcus. If we're going to not win the league this year, if Spurs win it and Bayern don't, I mean, I can't deny that would be bloody hilarious, to be fair, pal. Let me see if we can find the picture of me and Ake. Go on, Kev. Oh. There we go. Here's the shots of when I met Ake and everyone. Here's with Rodri. That's me, Paco from Texas, Rodri, and Sirkin from South Korea, Seoul. And there's me, Bernardo, me three with Bernardo, and there's Ake. I'm taller than Nathan Ake, by the way. There you go. Premier League centre back. I'll take that. I'm not a tall guy at all. Ake's just smaller than I realised. I am wearing boots there with a heel on, to be fair, but there we go. Nathan Ake, baby. What a guy. What a guy. I want to see more Bob as well, actually. I'm like 5'10", Carlos padding. I think Ake's only like 5 foot. I'm probably about 5'10", but I had heels on my boot like that. So maybe 5'11" with the heels on. I think Ake's like 5'9". I don't think he's very tall at all. No, he's not short, but he's not tall. Maybe I'm taller than I realise. I don't know. We're not playing that great in this half. I want to see a little bit more from City. Wouldn't be against a change or two, actually, to be fair. Pep won't play Bob, mate. What are you on about? He's had loads of chances this season. Yeah, Ake is not a tall centre back at all. He's reasonably short for a defender, but his leap's ridiculous. Oh, lucky. It's a nice pass there from Bob. Phil should do better there. It's a decent chance, you know, with his quality. Doku did really well to turn, played a nice pass through to Foden. Oh, it's blocked. It's blocked. Yeah, he is, Victor. You're right. Enzo Maresca is doing so well in the Championship with Leicester. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised, by the way, if the coach after Guardiola ends up being someone like that. A Guardiola-esque appointment, you know, because Guardiola, of course, is the manager of the B team at Barcelona. It might be a name we've never even thought of. Come on, you Blues. Come on, you Blues. Nice ball from Walker to Haaland. City are at the best when they put 30, 40 passes together. Then we start to find our way. We're doing that right now, which means, hopefully... then Rodri just pings it wide from 30 yards. I've just seen one of the most insane goals. Is it Leeds? Like a little kind of like Trevella into the top corner on my timeline. Stones back inside to Rodri. Better City working out forward. Oh, a good effort from Doku, that wasn't it? A wicked effort. Refs pulled it back. Yeah, it was a nice effort. Look, I know Nico feels strongly about the Gundogan and Gundogan thing. Look, to be honest, I think it's really obvious by now that City's targets was never Nunes. I think Kovacic was brought in as a squad player. He was brought in regardless of Gundogan going or not. I still think Kovacic for 30 odd million has been a really good sign. 25 million actually. I think he's a good sign. I think he's a quality player. I think he pads out the squad nicely. I think it's really obvious to me that City's target was Bellingham. It was Declan Rice. It was those two. When we didn't get either of them, I think it was then Paqueta, who we were about to sign until he had a betting scandal. So we missed out on our two top targets to Madrid and Arsenal. And then Paqueta freakishly had that. So we were sort of at that point thrashing around for another player. We went for Nunes for a decent-ish price with Champions League experience. And I always felt like Nunes was a good player, but I've always felt like he needs a bit of time to adapt to be a City player. I don't think it was our first choice by any stretch of the imagination. It reminds me a little bit here of the Vincent Kompany thing, how it took a while to replace him, and Aguero took a while to replace him because we eventually got Diaz and we got it right. We eventually got Haaland and got it right. I think the big midfield signing will be next summer. We're going to sign someone this summer, which I think will be, in hindsight, be the replacement that we needed. But the beauty of it for me is that it's seen us experiment a little bit. And we still got the quality to win stuff, obviously. But it's seen us experiment with Foden central, Alvarez central, give players different roles. And I think we wouldn't have seen Foden step up and be the player that he is, without we decided someone. I don't think Foden would have been having the season. I think he would have been sort of sat back. So I don't think it's cost us. I think it's, it is what it is. Sometimes you miss out your targets, but I don't think Nunes is the kind of signing City made because he thought he could be good, but he wasn't the main guy. But he would sort of, fill out the squad a bit. I don't think anyone at City expected Nunes to come in and be Gundogan. I didn't expect him to be Gundogan. I thought he was a good player, but I didn't think he'd come in and be Gundogan because he isn't. Kovacic, I still think was a smart signing. I think he's excellent, and I think Kovacic, in time as well, will get better. He's only 28 years old still. The age for Fernandinho joined. He's had some really big games for Kovacic. Some poor ones too, but largely he's had some good ones. So that's where I'm at with that. We didn't get the Gundogan replacement because the players that we wanted to replace him didn't come in. So we had to sign someone. And that was it, basically. We will get the big midfield signing next summer. It turns out, though, Foden became central and became excellent. So, if anything, Foden was a Gundogan replacement. There we go. And he's been very good at it too. The game has dropped off, I agree, Jack. It's been pretty boring, if we're being honest, mate. Nunes was a reasonable panic buy, yeah. He was, I can't deny that. He was a we need a player buy. Fair, he's 29, fair enough, mate. Okay, I thought he was 28. But either way, I think Fernandinho met Guardiola when he was 31, 32. Got better. So, he got better. I do think Kovacic will get better. I've got no doubt about it at all. But I think as a squad player, perfectly good signing. If Kovacic was 60 million, I'd understand. But he was 27 million, I think. Come on. It's nothing. It's nothing. And I agree. How do you replace Gundogan? The treble-winning captain, you don't. I don't think anyone would replace Gundogan. I guarantee you, by the way. Oh, that's bad on Bernardo, that. That was a bad challenge. That was a bad challenge. It's a strong yellow, that. That could be a red, that, you know. I think the reason he's got away with that, he's ripped his sock. I think the reason he's got away with that is because he didn't jump in, he slid in. Nico, you're just wrong about Kovacic, mate. I'm sorry. He's a good signing for 27 million. That could have been a red, that, you know. Get the third, Blues. We need a third here, by the way. That should be a red, that, you know. That's a red. I think it's a red. The more I see it, the more I think it's a red. Ah, Kev's free kick onto the roof. Yeah, it's naughty. Again, they're very aggressive. Very aggressive. They're hacking us to pieces, aren't they? Nico, you don't understand how football works, do you? Sometimes. Bellingham wanted Real Madrid. I get it. Real Madrid. Declan Rice just had a kid. He wanted to play in London. Simple as that. It's pretty much well documented he wanted to stay in London. You can't, like, this is life. Like, you don't sign every single player. You can't. The fact that we won a treble as well is probably the reason why I didn't want to go, you know? He didn't think you'd get ahead of Rodri, probably. But either way, it's widely reported that he wanted to stay near his family in London because he just had a kid. Like, what can you do about that? You know, like, it's just life. That's life. It's disappointing, but, you know, how many players have we missed out? It didn't... We miss out on players all the time. It didn't affect us. Go on, see. Oh, off the crossbar. That football was so good. And Haaland was involved in it too. He's had so little service this entire game. Lucky Haaland. Bernardo with a dinked cross to the back post. Doku involved as well, really smartly. Haaland gets up. Unlucky, mate. Oh, give it a rest, Nico, mate. We won a treble. We're in everything. Come on, man. Stop with the negativity always. You're never happy, are you? I'm gonna ignore you for a bit now, Nico, because you're annoying me, mate. I know you support the channel a lot, but I can't deal with the negativity always. We're winning 2-1, and we're, you know, we're top of the league in general. If we win our game in hand, like, things are good for us. Anyway, Nunes on. Go on, Kev. Oh, Phil, with an ambitious effort. Yeah, another goal. Another goal now. We'll keep it. I'm dash mesh. And actually, Wickerman, by the way, Wickerman said it nicely that they're a stubborn, well-organised team, this Copenhagen. They gave Bayern trouble. They obviously beat United as well. He's right. They are. They're not mugs. They are not mugs. They're organised. They're hard-working. They remind me a lot of the Danish national team. They really do. When Denmark were impressive, what a ball that nearly to Holland there. It's one of those things where they're just hard-working. They're organised. They're structured. Incredibly intense stadium. It looks impressive. Yeah, they're a good side. We're away at home. These are the games that you can take for granted, but they're there that you have to just get through and survive to an extent. And we're playing well. We're easily the better side. We should be winning comfortably. Hopefully we will by full time, but I'm not going to panic, you know. The Danes produce some good players, you know. They always have done. Doku. And I agree with Victor there. Victor said about the comments from Nico about it being inexcusable to not land Bellingham or Rice. Said, look, listen, it's not inexcusable, but it's not a thing you can't control. Exactly. Jude Bellingham was a free will. He decided to go to Real Madrid. He decided a couple of years earlier not to join United. Look, if I wasn't a City fan and Real Madrid wanted to make me a £100 million player, I would probably join Real Madrid. Because Real Madrid, I cannot deny, have this insane aura about them. They do. There is no more famous shirt in world football than Real Madrid shirt, in my opinion. There isn't. Like, Real Madrid, especially from the age that Bellingham is, because Bellingham would have grown up watching Zidane, Ronaldo, Figo, Beckham, and all that. Like, he would have grown up watching those players in that Galacticos era. They just have that magic to them. City don't have that magic. I don't think United do. Liverpool or Barca do. Real Madrid have this weird aura about them. They are, in my opinion, the biggest club in world football in terms of reputation. I'm not saying they're the best, but they do have that magic. And I can see the appeal. I absolutely can. I don't like Real Madrid, but I can see the appeal. Like he's wearing Zidane's number and killing it. Look, it does. Even me as a City fan goes, oh wow, look at him doing that in Zidane's shirt. Like, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. And I don't blame anyone for choosing. Look, there's certain teams in world football that if a player chooses them to join, you go, yeah, fair enough. If someone wants to play Real Madrid, it's not anyone's fault. It's Real fucking Madrid, you know? It's how it is. And once again, Declan Rice, he wanted to be in London still. He didn't want to probably be on the bench every now and then alongside, because of Rodri. Probably didn't. He'd 100% going to start for Arsenal. The project suited him better. It's just life. That's just life. I guess where we are now. Favourites to win all three competitions still. But no game in hand will be top of the table. Things are alright, you know. I would argue, actually, the discovery of Phil Foden as a central midfielder this season has probably been a better signing than most of them could have been. That's what. And we'll sign once again. We'll sign something special in the summer. I know we will do. Yeah, 80s and 90s. I feel like my age is a blessing. I've been on channels a lot and talked about, you know, being a City fan, and I've always said that I wouldn't change anything about our journey at all. I wouldn't. Humility is it's learned. You can't teach humility. I think it's learned. I try my best to sort of teach it. But this is the reason I get into these debates, and I should ignore some of the comments. Victor, you mentioned that. Don't get dragged into it. But I do it for a reason, because I like to be sort of a voice arguing against emotional takes, because I think there's too many, and I'm lucky to have a platform to do that. And I think sometimes, no, I can't ignore stuff that I feel strongly about. But yeah, I wouldn't change the journey. I think the humility that fans of my age know means I'm not scared of mistakes or conceding goals. You know, it is what it is. And I can't believe Man City are the best team in the world. And some of the fans are still not happy. We are literally the best team in the world. The best team in the world. And we're still moaning, some of us. What's the saying? Some people don't know they're born. Go on, Phil. Love you from Phil. Jack, Nico, play nicely in the chat now, both of you. Nico is just an eternal pessimist. We can't relate to it because some people are eternally pessimistic, and it's just who their mindset. I'm an optimist. I'm a realist, I would say, actually. But I come across as optimistic, but actually, I swear, like, the realist side is that actually City are really good, so like it's hard to be negative. It's like 99% of what City do is very positive, so the realist side of it just comes across as optimistic. Well done, Doku. But we're all different people. As long as no one's disrespectful or abusive, I don't mind, you know? But eventually, you know, just sort of rein it in a little bit for others. Because it gets a bit tedious. Go on, Doku. Oh, he's done really well there. Oh, lucky. Nice cross from Doku to Haaland. Couldn't quite get over it, though. I think he might have done Carey. Has he had a shot on target? He's created some chances, by the way, Doku. He's created some good chances, man. Let's have a look at the... So where Doku, since he came on, has had some big moments. He's 2 key passes, yeah. Doku's had a good half. Create the Foden chance. Good cross then for Haaland as well. And ball. A third goal would be needed here. It'd be so nice. Slightly irritated school teacher. I feel more like that these days than ever. I wear a fleece as well. That's it. I'm good, mate. I'm just tired today. Come on, Kev. Yeah, that's very good, Circus Dog. Kev going low there. Nice effort. But an expected assist of 0.51. Doku's done really well. He's done really well. He just creates stuff, doesn't he? That's the best we can say about Doku. Got so many plans for new ideas, by the way, on this channel. I feel like, I know you guys watching right now, you're all like the real ones, you know, the ones that are here every watch along, and like, I appreciate you loads. And I definitely am aware that my channel is sort of, I've been chugging along over the past year, like sort of just getting by. I've not been that creative with content. I've sort of been getting out just the general match reactions and previews and 5 things learned, and not much creative other than that because I've been so tired with adapting to being a dad and having less time. I'm a stay-at-home dad, basically. I've got very little time to create stuff other than an hour or two in the evenings. But I've got so many ideas. And I want to get my rhythm again going. I want to get back to my creative best, and I will do eventually. I think I should have more time soon. I think I might get some family help with Ruben and stuff like that. And eventually Ruben will go to nursery and he's a little bit older. And I can't wait because I want to be creative again. I can't wait to get really, really interesting content on the channel. Fingers crossed I will do. But for now, I'm just sort of getting by, you know? Getting by and surviving, because that's what you have to do sometimes in life, isn't it? No idea, Mingy, about Jack. We won't know yet, mate. We won't know for a couple of days, I reckon. He looks muscular, but it could be 2 weeks, it could be 7 months. You never know, do you? Victor, congratulations, man. Have you just become a dad? If so, congratulations, my friend. How recently? That's the best thing in the world. The most tiring thing in the world, but I love Ruben so much, mate. Like, so much I could cry in his video stream, honestly. I'm so tired right now. Exhausted that I'm thinking about Ruben. It makes me want to tear up. Thank you so much, Carlos. Very sweet. And Alfie, likewise, mate. Yeah, you're right, Alfie. I'm lucky. Wicked Man, very nice. Oh, congratulations as well, Jack. I've got a son who doesn't sleep, so honestly, Ruben's a terrible sleeper, but I'm a terrible sleeper, so it's my fault. It's just life. Goes to bed well, that wakes up all the time. So, honestly, I reckon I'm probably operating on 20% of the sleep I used to have. Oh, there you go, Victor. Okay, yeah, exactly, yeah. He's over a year old now, but he's just such a tiring existence. He's ace, though. He's fucking ace, honestly. He's the best little thing in the world. I'm very lucky. Very, very lucky. Incredibly lucky. It's difficult, but it's wonderful. How many hours a night? So, basically, we put Ruby down about 7. Some nights he'll sleep 3 or 4 hours uninterrupted, and we're great because we can watch TV. Some nights he'll wake up every half an hour. If he goes past midnight, he'll wake up every hour. Imagine that. Maybe every hour and a half. There's some nights where when he's teething, he'll wake up every half an hour. Every half an hour, mate. It's ridiculous. It's like torture. You learn so much about sleep cycles as a parent. Like, you realise how much. Like, if I've dreamt in the night, I'm buzzing because it means I've got to the end of a sleep cycle. A sleep cycle's 2 hours long. It means I've got through light sleep to deep sleep, then to REM sleep to dream. I'm like buzzing if I've had a dream because it means I've had some decent sleep. Anyway, game's nearly over. Well, Wicker Man, you're right, mate. There's a reason he started nursery. We didn't like it. He was really unhappy. It changed his personality overnight. So we're lucky enough that I could make the call to say, you know what, I'll look after him. I'll stay at home with him instead. And I don't regret it at all because the amount of time I spend with Ruben's ridiculous and I love it. So, we'll make. I know he's growing up so quickly in front of our eyes. Go on, Erling. Go on, Erling. Oh, what a save! Haaland was brilliant then. Oh, Haaland again! Oh, again! Haaland absolutely rampaging forward. Good saves. You've got to get the third here. Got to get the third. The third changes the game if we can get him. Wonderful stuff. Go on, Phil. Yes! I nearly fell off a chair. There we go. There's the third. That man, Phil Foden again. Love you, Phil. I've got to do my tweet that I always do. Where is he? Well, I've got to do it. I love you, Phil Foden. So much, mate. Love you, Phil. What? Again, 3-1. That's absolutely it. There we go. Finally, we killed the game off. Deservedly so, by the way. KDB assists again. KDB with an assist. 2 assists and a goal. Phil with an assist and a goal. Jesus Christ, lads. Look at that football. Look at that football. Jack, you superstar with the super chat says, who else? The guy balls. The guy balls? The guy ball? I don't understand your point. But thank you so much, mate. I love you loads, mate. KDB and Phil, geniuses. That third goal. Where is it? What's it? There we go. Am I off camera there? Let me... Come on. The guy. I don't understand what you're saying there, Jack. The guy balls. Oh, the guy balls. As in, ball. He's balling out there. I get it now. I've just got it. I just clicked. He's got massive balls. Let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne's balls or Phil Foden's, whoever. Either way, we've won 3-1, and I'm very happy about that. A little bit of an icing on the cake there. Jack, you're a superstar. Thank you so much, mate. He does indeed ball. Very, very good stuff. City have won 3-1. Phil with a goal and assist, of course. De Bruyne with 2 goals and 2 assists. Kevin De Bruyne absolutely is that guy. What a special footballer. Continuously reinventing what the City side could do. Kev, wonderful. You guys, wonderful. I've enjoyed that. It's been actually quite a good watch along, actually. It's been a lot of real chat, you know. I love a bit of real chat. I'm a guy for a serious conversation, you know. I've enjoyed it tonight. Thank you everyone who's got involved. Massively appreciated. It's been good fun. Of course, I will be doing my match reaction very, very soon as well. Back to back and 4 in a row, we are inevitable. Hopefully, Dan, you superstar. Guys, thank you very much. I'm going to get my match reaction ready, but I'm really happy about that. I think that was a really important victory. That third goal is just about sort of killed the tie for us, I reckon, there. You know, the 2-goal advantage going back to the Etihad. I don't see how they turn it around. I wish away goals were going because I think that would be a different story altogether, but I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the stream. Thank you to everyone involved. Wickerman, Mingy, Alfie, Dashmess, Nico, Jack, Brooks, Dan Martinez, Alfie, Circus Dog, Victor, Dashmess, Beppy, all the others there, Anton, Football Edit, Circus Dog, Carlos, Brian, Youssef, you're all superstars. I love a lot of you so much. That was a good fun stream. It was a good chat, man. It was a good chat. Got very deep. But I'll see you in 5 minutes. 10 o'clock for the match reaction. Up the Blues. Come on. Bye-bye.